Hi everybody, welcome to Simply Scuba. In today's video we're going to be taking a closer look at the AquaLung Plasma Mask. So this is a single lens mask. It's frameless design, comes in a whole bunch of different colours, and it's got lots of nice little details all over it. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so this is how it arrives at your front door. So it comes in its own little case, and this is a tough plastic case, slightly different from the big kind of juggernaut of a case, the standard one that you get. This is AquaLung's sort of stackable, neat little case, but yeah, it's rigid. You can see your mask inside. You've got the little sort of attachment that you can remove later, and otherwise, yeah, it's just a very sort of simple case that cradles your mask and just protects it from crushing and just the general damage that you can get when you're transporting it. Little latch on the front, and there's also two on the back that you can't really access. I imagine if you really wanted to, you could undo that, but I don't think it's supposed to. I think those just act as hinges so that you can get into the box. And then you get the mask itself, as well as an instruction manual for your mask, as well as warranty information. So yeah, just keep hold of that just in case. You get the mask itself, and you get a little peel away warning sticker, basically saying don't dive head first into the water, and that's it. Then you get your mask. So let's take a closer look at the mask itself. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the plasma. So it is a single lens frameless design mask. The glass itself, tempered glass, so it's nice and strong, but very clear. Single lens means that you have this sort of section of glass over the top of your nose, as opposed to twin lens. Frameless means that it doesn't actually have a separate rigid plastic frame. Actually, the surgical grade silicone actually is like overmolded and is bonded directly to the glass, which actually reduces the internal size and the external size of the mask. Now, looking at the nose pocket, decent sized nose pocket on this, plenty of space to get your fingers in to be able to equalize your nose or equalize your ears, and even if you've got clunky gloves on as well, you still have plenty of space to reach for that. On the sides, the buckles themselves, they attach directly onto the silicone skirt, so they have this kind of almost natural hinge mechanism on it, so they can bend and flex and move around. So no matter where you want that mask strap on the back of your head, it's going to be able to bend and flex and move that buckle. It also means if you're packing it away, and either as a backup mask to store it in a pocket, or just for traveling, it does pretty much fold almost flat, so it's nice and neat and tidy. Buckle itself, very easy. It's only got a single button to release that ratchet mechanism. So pull on the strap to tighten it, and then if you push on this button on the top, it's might be able to see it just kind of lifts that hinge up a little bit so that you can lengthen that strap off. You get a little retainer on the mask strap just to sort of keep that section from flapping around, but that's very quick and easy to disconnect that for whatever reason. Looking at the back of the mask strap, so this is a pretty good comprehensive mask strap in that it's quite wide. You have this sort of central circle in the middle, and then the two separate straps, tabs on either side, so it's going to cradle the back of your head a bit more comprehensively and really kind of hold on so it stays in position. On the inside, it's just a plain version of the outside, basically. So this is going to grip onto the back of your head or the back of your hood, whichever one you're using. On the inside of the mask, you can see all the way around your around the seal, you have this second internal seal. So what this is doing is, instead of making a single point of contact to seal around your face, it makes a very wide section, and this is sort of over a centimeter wide. So a really wide area to seal against your face, spread the kind of the pressure on your face as well. So when you're attaching your mask, it's not kind of digging into your face too much. It spreads that evenly, so you're not going to come out with red marks all around your face. And you might be able to pick it up is that it changes between this kind of glossy silicone and matte silicone, and that just means that it just gives you a bit of extra sort of sealing effect around your face to keep the air inside and stop the water from getting in. Again, decent sized nose pocket, and it kind of dips away in this white section here. So if you do have a large nose, you should be fine with this mask. But otherwise, looking at the top of the skirt, so you have these detailings here. So there's one over the temple and one over the cheekbone just down here, and this is just adding a bit of structure to the mask skirt. So as you start to descend and the gas inside starts to squeeze, it's going to keep the mask's shape in position. The mask isn't going to just crumple, but also it acts as a bit of a sort of a traction point, something to hold on to for when you're equalizing and clearing your mask, so you have those over the temples. But other than that, the overall finish is pretty good. There's a little bit of sort of swarf in places, but not like any other mask. But otherwise, yeah, lots of nice attention to detail and a good looking mask. Okay, so let's actually get down to it and review the plasma. So we reviewed masks with 5 different categories. We've got field of view, we got the extras that come with it, obviously the comfort, and then the cost, and then there's the overall score. Now, first of all, who is the plasma aimed at? So the plasma is aimed at sort of entry-level divers all the way up to pretty professional divers. It's got fairly good construction to it, and it has most of the features that you need from a mask, basically. And sort of at this stage, it's more for the kind of the style aspect, especially when they come in so many different colors. You just want something that matches your given style. As far as field of view, I've given this 3 out of 5. Which is okay. It doesn't mean that it's bad, but you can see the sides of it when you're actually in the water. You can see the sides. It doesn't feel limited in any way. I didn't feel like I had blinkers on or anything, but when you are physically looking around and trying to see the sides of the mask and the frame and the edges, you can see it more so than some of my other masks. So it's only getting 3 out of 5, but that's not a bad score. That is exactly middle pigging, basically. That's kind of exactly where I want the that peripheral vision to be, but it can't have 5 out of 5 because you can see those edges. Then we move on to the comfort of the mask. Now, the comfort of the mask was pretty good. It wasn't the best, most comfortable mask, but with that, you have other masks and they have multiple silicone technologies and all that kind of stuff, which this one doesn't sort of invest in, and you don't end up paying for. So so as far as comfort, I'm giving this 4, which is pretty good. It's sealed really quickly and easily, and yeah, you don't have to apply too much sort of tension to get it to seal and stop the air from escaping. But yeah, it could be more comfortable, but then you'd end up spending more money because you're having 2 separate silicones. So it's getting 4, which is good, out of 5. Then on to extras. I've only given this a 3 for the extras, just because you get the box, and it's not a bad box. It's actually one of the better boxes out there on the market, but that's about it. Again, if you're going for 4 and 5 masks, they'll have extra mask straps that come with it, like a neoprene mask strap or a fancier case. So yeah, 3, it's fine. It's middle of the road, exactly what you expect to get with a mask, and that's about it. And then cost is actually getting 5 out of 5, because where this sits, it's kind of exactly in the middle of the mask range. This is exactly where, like, most people sort of, they start to invest in their own mask. This is kind of the price point where most people do tend to sort of start looking at masks. Anything cheaper, and it's a cheaper mask, basically. Whereas this is more of the beginning of the investment of a mask, which is going to last you for years to come, and for the quality of the finish and the materials that they're using, it's actually exactly where I want it. So 5 out of 5 as far as that. So an overall score, it gets 7.5 out of 10. which is a good mask. I'd be happy diving with one of these. The field of vision, not really a huge issue for me. The comfort was perfectly fine. The extras, I'm not overly fussed with sort of getting any extras, because realistically this is all you basically need in a mask, and the cost is exactly where I expect it to be. So yeah, it's receiving fairly high scores, and yeah, I can definitely recommend the AquaLung Plasma Mask for pretty much any diver or snorkeler. Again, lots of different colors, so you can match your style. Yeah, there's not a great deal of downsides to the plasma. Okay, so that's the AquaLung Plasma Mask, a good solid all-rounder for snorkeling, scuba diving, you name it. Comes in lots of different colors, so it can really match your style. And as far as the kind of the quality of the materials that they're using is really pretty good. So yeah, you're getting a lot of mask for what you end up paying. There's going to be more information on our website, simplyscuba.com, so click on the link down in the description below to watch that. Thank you for watching, and of course, safe diving.